from the CBS Broadcast Center in Philadelphia, this is CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. Another round of winter weather and just in time for your morning commute.
Looking live at Mount Holly, Burlington County from the Mobile Weather Lab. The snow doesn't seem to be sticking to the roads, but they are wet, so you need to take your time as you get out the door this morning. We also have several school delays. You can find the information at the bottom of your screen. Today is Friday, February the 5th. Good morning. I'm Jim Donovan.
And I'm Erica Von Teal. Want to make sure you're prepared as you get out that door this morning. Katie, I know, is updating the forecast. And Misha, you're watching those wet roads for us. Morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Happy Friday. It's hard to talk about Friday because we're just talking about so much snow. The good news is it's not black ice. Katie, I know we've been talking about that all morning long for a lot of the viewers just tuning in. Not black ice, but visibility issues and wet roadways are playing a part for sure this morning. So, Katie, how long is this going to linger?
No, at least for the next couple of hours. Yeah, so we are going to be in the thick of things right through your typical morning drive. I know, timing stinks on this one. And this was a little stinker of a storm. I'm just going to say it because, frankly, it showed its hand really late in the game. It decided to develop at the last second. It's throwing in a lot of moisture towards our area right now. Any rain that we did have has since turned over to snow. But what's good about this, if we can find a silver lining, is that, yes, the ground is still, relatively speaking, a little too warm for us to see any kind of, A, major accumulation, but also, B, too much accumulation on the paved surfaces. Now, that said, you have an untreated roadway, you're very likely going to see at least a dusting out of this. And depending on your location, you might see more or less snow in total. Radar 101, I call it, the darker the shade of purple, the steadier and heavier that snowfall intensity, and steadiest banding coming in right now across portions of Ocean, Burlington, and northern, or rather Monmouth counties as well. And then we take you south into central Delaware, where you're also getting some pretty decent snow coming down. But it's that heavy, wet snow, so it is initially going to just look like a wet roadway. But that said, you could still run into slick spots. You certainly could get some slushiness out there if it pounds down heavily enough, and it's starting to do that in some spots this hour. So with that comes the fact that you're going to end up with a modest accumulation. Not enough to qualify for a winter storm or a watch or warning, but certainly a winter weather advisory until 10 this morning for the city and suburbs, and it'll stay in effect until noon. The closer to the shore towns that you get, simply because this storm is going to have a bit more intensity for you there, and also it sticks around longer. So 2 to 4 inches, the expectation of that sort of slushy wet snow. And it will stick to, again, primarily unpaved surfaces. So you'll have to clean your car windshield off for sure if you don't have the benefit of a garage. And you're also just going to get slowed down. Misha, you said it. Visibilities are not hot right now. And it can be a little slick just because it's wet. It always slows you down.
It does, absolutely. If we have wet roadways, it will slow you down. It doesn't even matter if it's slippery. But when you do add wet roadways, you can get some puddling issues that will cause some spinouts, hydroplanes. So just use your best discretion today. It is very slow moving right now. You can see Schuylkill eastbound at City Avenue. This is what you're looking at. So a lot of snow still coming down. And just beyond these trees, the Schuylkill westbound, take a look at how busy that is. You're no longer traveling at posted speeds there, friends. You are slowing down quite a bit. Eastbound's heating up as well, as you can imagine there on the Schuylkill. Snow 95 south past Cottman. We were looking at the lights in one of our traffic cameras. You can see, and you can almost see it just up here, that snow and how fast it's coming down past that light. And take a look at this. This is 95 south past Cottman. Yikes, we are just breaking into the 6 o'clock hour, and already it's just a sea of brake lights out there right now. So give yourself a couple extra minutes. You'll need it. Fuel spill Westchester Pike and Newtown Square at Ellis Avenue. Make note of that because we know that will certainly slow you down. And also speed restrictions in play. New Jersey Turnpike and Garden State Parkway, you're down to 45, 495 in Delaware. You are to 55. Just make note of that. Also speed restrictions on bridges as well. Jim, over to you.
Thanks, Misha. And the timing couldn't be worse. Snow during the morning rush.
Yeah, that's terrible. So you do want to give yourself some extra time if you're heading out to school, maybe dropping the kids off to school, or if you're heading to work. Eyewitness News reporter Justin Finch joins us now at the PennDOT Salt Yard in South Philly. And crews, I know they've been busy trying to keep those roads safe for us. Justin, good morning.
Erica, Jim, good morning. Busy indeed. We just spoke with Peter Cerati, who's overseeing the salting effort here out of South Philly. He tells us right now that falling temperatures is a major concern. Hopefully they will not do that. That, of course, will lead to the snow possibly sticking on roadways here. He tells me that just in the past hour or so, they've been working on what's called spot salting. That's the bridges, overpasses, areas prone to freezing first. Let's take you now to the scene behind us here. You see the tractors are here, the trucks are here, ready to go, and they will be heading out into the roadway shortly. You will see them as you make your way throughout area roads this morning. He tells me that all state trucks are in activation mode right now. getting out there and salting and treating these roadways. He is asking all drivers to keep their distance. What they are doing right now is trying to get ahead on this morning rush. Their big concern is this precipitation continuing to fall, and they're getting stuck in traffic. So make way as you see these trucks out there this morning. Jim, Erica, back over to you.
All right, Justin Finch for us. Thank you. Right now, I'm going to go to South Jersey. I know snow is starting to really cover the roads out there.
Eyewitness News reporter Jan Carabeo is in the CBS 3 Mobile Weather Lab in Mount Holly. What are the roads looking like there, Jan?
Jim and Erica, good morning. We are seeing changing conditions now, and in fact, I think we're seeing a lot worse conditions than Justin Finch is seeing in Philadelphia. Here in South Jersey, this is High Street, Mount Holly, Burlington County, where you can see the road is covered with snow right now. Just over the last half an hour, we saw that slush now turned into completely snow-covered road on this one specific street in South Jersey. Now, of course, it's going to look different depending on where you wake up and head out the door this morning, but this is just a look in Mount Holly, so cars are moving very slowly now. We see a couple of tire tracks in the roads is what we're seeing, and we have seen a lot of salt trucks around as well, so crews are out here trying to keep these roads in the best condition as possible. But you can see with the lights there, you can see how heavy this wet, heavy snow is falling right now, how steadily it's falling, and it is accumulating here on the main road. So just keep that in mind as you wake up. You want to build in some extra time, of course, and just take it very easy as you head out the door. Jim and Erica, back into you.
All right, Jan, thanks for doing that for us, being out there in the snow for us. Now, if you don't have the CBS 3 Philly Weather app on your phone, now's a good time to download it. You can check the radar and get the updated forecast whenever you want. You can download the app right now on iTunes and Google Play.
Well, the countdown is on, and we're now only 2 days away from Super Bowl 50 when Carolina takes on Denver right here on CBS 3. Panthers quarterback Cam Newton is a force to be reckoned with, but so is Carolina's defense.
And that defense is led by a man who grew up right here in our area. Sports director Don Bell joining us live from San Francisco with Sean McDermott's story and more. And Don, thank you for joining us. We know it's either very early or very late out there, depending on if you want to sleep or not. Good morning.
Good morning. It is very early for me.
Okay.
Obviously, we've been ripping and running here since we got here in San Francisco. You're right. We're coming to you from downtown San Francisco, the place they like to call Super Bowl City here. It has been a great environment so far. And you mentioned Sean McDermott. I want to tell you more about Sean. Obviously, he is a local product, went to LaSalle High School, and at one point was a coach under the Philadelphia Eagles before he was fired in the late 2000s, was a defensive coordinator. Since then, he has landed in Carolina and is doing an absolutely tremendous job running one of the best defensive units in all of football. But obviously, he's doing pretty well and missed an opportunity to become the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. Yesterday, I had a moment to sit down and talk to him about Super Bowl 50, the Panthers, and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We feel great. We feel great. It's obviously a blessing to be here. It's a special and unique opportunity that every young man dreams of, and when they're growing up to be in the Super Bowl in one way, shape, or form, and we're, it's a fun week. We're happy to be here.
Talk about dreaming. I bet you're not sleeping a whole lot these days. You got Peyton Manning on the other side, and then there's that.
Yeah, that speaks for itself. I mean, probably one of, if not the best quarterback to ever play the game. Tough quarterback to beat, and if this is in fact his last game, then we'll expect his best.
I'm pretty sure he's going to go out there and try to give it to you the best he can. It's what he's done since '98. For you, we love seeing you. You're a Philly guy. People are rooting for you back home. What kind of text messages and calls are you getting?
Well, it's been outstanding. I mean, the support even back when towards the end of the season when the Eagles job came open, just hearing things and from my family that are still up there has been phenomenal. I mean, it feels good to be appreciated and wanted and just, that's where I'm from. That's home for me and my family, and really appreciate the support of Philadelphia.
You mentioned that job when it came open. You came on local radio, and people was like, that's the guy we want. That's the guy. Did they ever reach out to you? What happened there?
Yeah, they did. I mean, Howie Roseman and I spoke early on in the process for them, and our season was still going on, so it was very preliminary at that point, and really it was clear from the beginning that they were focused on an offensive-minded head coach, and I believe they've got a good one in Doug and a good person, so I'm excited for Doug and the Eagles and the Philadelphia community.
Was there a part of you that wanted that job? Now, I know that's difficult for you to answer because you're here, you're focused on the Super Bowl, but it is your hometown team.
Oh, you know, listen, you want to be the best. All of us, to me, if you're worth your salt in terms of a professional, you want to be the best and at the top of your game. And being a head coach in this league, whether it was Philadelphia or anywhere else, is certainly a goal of mine. Obviously, doing it in Philadelphia would have been special and unique because of being from Philadelphia. It'll happen for me at the right time and at the right place.
Guys, I really enjoyed my chat with Sean McDermott. Very humble man, and obviously on the precipice of something truly great if they're able to get the win against Peyton Manning, the guy they call the Sheriff, on Sunday in Super Bowl 50. And also want to let you know, there's something that we talked about as well, is that when he first got his opportunity with the Eagles as a defensive coordinator, he was just a pup in this game when you think about it. He was 35 years old, and some think that he may have been in over his head, but now he is a grown man. He has grown into that position, and he will be a head coach in the NFL at some point. That is the story here from downtown San Francisco. We are having a great time. I hope that you guys are as well. It's chilly, but no snow. We're doing okay.
Chilly for California, so that's a whole other kind of chilly. Don Belforest, thank you. You can see him later tonight on Eyewitness News starting at 5. Thank you, Don.
Meanwhile, before the Super Bowl, Philadelphia has another honored tradition, Wing Bowl.
And it's all happening this morning, and we sent our Pat Gallen down there. Hey, Pat.
Erica and Jim, the festivities are about to get underway right now. You see the stage behind me. The WIP morning show is live, and Bernie Parent just hit on me. We'll have more on that when we come back.
A live picture of the Schuylkill at City Line. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Cinnamon. Milk. Cinnamilk. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Crave those crazy squares. Cinnamilk.
I thought you said they got a Buick.
I thought they did.
Is that a Buick?
So where are you?
Using the built-in Wi-Fi in Tina's new Buick.
My grandpa used to drive a Buick. It doesn't look like a Buick.
No kidding.
Okay, who wants smoothies?
That's not your grandpa.
It's auto show season and the Buick Sign and Drive is back. Current lessees, switch to Buick and get this low mileage lease on Encore for around $185 per month with no first month's payment.
Not getting your best sleep? Could be you've got the wrong bed. Enter Sleep Number. She likes the bed soft. He's more hardcore. You can both adjust the bed for the best sleep of your life. Only at a Sleep Number store. Right now, save 50% on the ultimate limited edition bed. No better sleep with Sleep Number.
Hey Philadelphia, you've got a new first choice for value and convenience. Introducing the convenience stores of Speedway. We've been a trusted brand in the Midwest for 40 years with great food and beverage choices. And Speedway's the only place you'll find the Speedy Rewards card, where you'll earn points good for free food and merchandise. And for 25 years, Speedway's grown to be the largest convenience store contributor to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And this year, we're excited to contribute all local Philadelphia contributions to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia.
We're on your way, the convenience stores of Speedway.
What law firm is Philly's #1 choice for justice? Survey says Swartz Culleton. If you've been injured, have Swartz Culleton settle your feud. Call 1-800-JUSTICE. Watch Family Feud weekdays at 3 on CBS 3. Sponsored locally by Swartz Culleton.
The Seagate Hotel and Spa in Delray Beach is where winter blues retreat. Book your winter getaway today at theseagatehotel.com. Sponsored by Visit Florida.
Well, back on Eyewitness News, a live picture from Hainesport. Snow is coming down a little bit harder now. Be careful if you plan to drive.
And Katie, I gotta say, I do not like you're saying this thing is overachieving. I mean, really? We can't have an easy Friday?
I know. That's never a good word when it comes to storm systems. Yeah, you love it when it's your child in school. But I'm not sure if it works much elsewhere. All right, so Storm Scan 3, let's show you what's going on. The meat and potatoes of this is moving through right now, especially through New Jersey. On the tail end of the loop, you're going to notice the darker purple shades streaking through New Jersey. So that's where you've got some of the steadiest and heaviest of the snowfall intensity. There's actually already a little bit of a back edge developing here over Harrisburg and even through our westmost suburbs. So it's only a matter of time, folks. But yeah, the timing stinks on this. Let's be honest. You know, if you're trying to travel in this, it's not good. And even though it isn't anything like that last storm we saw, it comes with very, very poor timing and also its own set of impacts. So let's walk you through future weather. Again, you're going to see the heaviest of that snowfall intensity fall through New Jersey down to southeast most Delaware, but more like a coating to 2 inches at max here as you go into southeastern PA, including Philadelphia, simply because it's not as strong snowfall and you're also not going to see it stick around quite as long. I would say 9, 10 a.m. especially, you're going to see this zipping on out of here. It's still a problem for New Jersey, though, probably right up until the lunch hour. So understandably, there are going to be varying either delays or even closures when it comes to school for the morning, depending where you are. We've got that full list for you on our website, cbsphilly.com. Meanwhile, on the roads this morning, heavy, wet snow. We say heavy in the form of the way its consistency. It's not that light, fluffy snow. It's coming down almost like raindrops in its intensity. Windy but dry by this afternoon, though, and then overnight as temperatures drop back off again, you're likely to see some icing develop once more. We just talked to Don out in California. Here's a California forecast for Super Bowl. Mostly sunny for Super Bowl 50, 68 degrees at kickoff. Not shabby. If you're lucky enough to be going out to California, can I stow away with you? All right, let's take a look here at the extended forecast. Expecting some snow once more as we look ahead to Monday and Tuesday. We'll have much more on that as that system evolves. Misha, over to you.
Looking at Sunday, I'm looking at that day, Katie, and 49 is sounding awfully nice right now. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Yes, we've been talking snow and sleet and wet roadways all morning long, and it's no fun. Nope, it's not, and it is looking busy. Take a look at this, 95 south past Cottman, just a string of brake lights and vehicles. So if you're thinking about jumping on Interstate 95 anytime soon, please give yourself a couple extra minutes and give yourself some room from the car in front of you, because it is very dangerous out there when we have wet roadways, visibility issues, whipping snow and sleet, as you can see here on the Schuylkill westbound at City Avenue. Again, a lot of brakes going on here, moving in the westbound direction, but just over there, the Schuylkill eastbound, it is just as bad and it is just as busy. So the Schuylkill and 95 are two places I'm keeping my eye on right now. We do have this jackknife tractor trailer on 295 northbound past Mount Holly. The left lane is blocked right now. It was just the shoulder. Now it is the left lane, and jackknife tractor trailer in these conditions, you certainly want to use your best caution. Also, we have this accident 42 northbound at Route 168. That right lane is blocked. This is where a vehicle spun out, and of course there's plenty more to update you on. But first, we're going to take a quick break, so stay right where you are. The CPS 3 Eyewitness News will be right back.
Now here's a President's sale you won't want to miss. Buy this 5-piece bedroom in black or white, only $9.99, or only $17 a month with no interest financing till 2021, and get it delivered free. The President's sale, now at Ashley Home Store.
Every step you take into winter weather could bring snow and salt right into your car, ruining the floor. It's time you stepped up to WeatherTech floor liners. Laser measured to custom fit and perfectly protect your specific make and model. Front, back, even up the sides. So give winter the boot with WeatherTech. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech. Proudly made in America.
What gets you out of bed? Is it just a routine, or is it something greater? Somewhere inside each of us is a calling. But it can't be bought, borrowed, or given to you. Your calling is unlike any other, and it has to be discovered. Liberty University, right now. Discover your calling at liberty.edu.
It's about time the taco came out of its shell.
There we go. That looks good.
Unleash the power of dough. Give it a pop. That sound, like nails on a chalkboard. But listen to this. That's a different kind of sound. The sound of the weekend. Unleash the power of dough. Give it a pop.
It's the Xfinity Winter Savings Event, so switch to an X1 Triple Play for $89.99 a month for 2 years and change the way you experience TV with X1. The X1 experience is faster, simpler,
Show me romantic comedies.
and easier than ever before. There's never been a better time to experience X1, but this offer won't last. Get the X1 Triple Play from Comcast for $89.99 a month for 2 full years, or ask how to upgrade and get $500 back. Sale ends February 7th. Call 1-800-XFINITY or go online today.
Now here's a President's sale you won't want to miss. Everything is 50% off and more. Plus, take an extra 10% off. Plus, we'll pay your sales tax and get no interest till 2021 and free delivery. The President's sale now at Ashley Home Store.
Welcome back. Live look right now from the Mobile Weather Lab. Our Jan Caraballo has been cruising around for us. This is what conditions look like right now in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And from what Katie's been saying, it sounds like Jersey's going to get more of that snow. Her forecast coming up. First, though, of course, Wing Bowl. We got our own wings in here. Jim, you want to eat some of those?
Yes, today is Wing Bowl 24, a day of competition.
Oh, gotta love this. We sent our Pat Gallen down to the Wells Fargo Center. It is his first ever Wing Bowl, and it's quite the experience, I'm told. And I think things are really getting underway right now. Pat, good morning.
Good morning, guys. It just got super loud in here. The band has started. We are underway for Wing Bowl 24. They have started the procession. The contestants will be coming in any moment now. And I got a chance to talk to a Philadelphia Flyers legend. Bernie Parent is in the house. That's the kind of morning it is. Here's Bernie.
Oh, yeah, you're kidding me. This is cool, man.
Yeah?
Everybody, you look around, everybody's pumped. You know what? This is cool. First of all, I lost my voice, so excuse me for this, but this is cool. Everybody's happy for 4 or 5 hours. The world doesn't exist. You just have fun, and it's a beautiful thing.
So people slowly filing in here for Wing Bowl 24. Look out for the names Patrick Bertoletti and Molly Schuyler. They are the favorites in this one. I will not be eating wings like I did the other night, since I only housed 3 of them, which is pretty embarrassing. But the winner last year, 444. We'll see if they can get to that number or more this year. Guys, back to you. It's crazy. It's mayhem here.
Oh, just wait till the wingettes come out.
400 wings, though. I mean,
no,
can you imagine? Yeah, gosh, they have to put me away. Well,
thanks.
Still ahead, Vice President Joe Biden makes history on social media.
Also, Misha's taking us on another dream drive, and this time she's heading to Princeton, and she found some great spots to stop for that coffee date or maybe a little sweet treat.
And we're all focused on the weather, though. When will it stop snowing? Katie.
Well, we've got a few more hours, unfortunately, Jim, to get through here. So the timing does, frankly, stink with this system. But luckily, it is nothing like the last storm. We're going to break down the differences and, of course, the impacts on your morning drive. It is all coming up.
This titan of monster trucks goes undercover, but is thrown off track.
He's figured out who I am. I need to handle this right now.
New Undercover Boss, CBS tonight.
Relive the most spectacular Super Bowl halftimes ever, including the unforgettable performances by Beyoncé, U2, Paul McCartney, Bruno Mars, and Katy Perry. Kick off Super Bowl weekend and once again enjoy these magical moments. The Super Bowl's greatest halftime shows, tonight on CBS.
It's the Lazy Boy President's Day sale. Get big savings on legendary Lazy Boy comfort and quality with up to 25% off store-wide on sofas, chairs, and more. Plus 36-month special financing. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
The moment I arrived at Blue Mountain, we had liftoff. Racing down the mountain, feeling fresh powder on my face. Now I'm a grown man, but boy, I felt like a kid again. And these slopes are my mountainside playground. Look, Ma, no hands!
It's time to discover what makes life so much greater in the Pocono Mountains. Book a Blue Mountain Resort adventure and prepare for liftoff.
I used to love taking pictures, making scrapbooks. After I hurt my back, I had severe chronic pain for years. I couldn't do anything involving my arms and my hands. I couldn't be the grandma I wanted to be. Go ahead. I wanted to get better, but for 7 years, I couldn't find any relief.
At the Heilman Center for Pain and Spine Care, we understand that your pain is individual to you. Our experienced pain specialists provide real solutions and personalized care at our specialty hospital.
I found the specialist I needed. My doctor gave me several options to heal my pain. I'm doing things I thought I'd never be able to do again. My life is back.
If you suffer from chronic pain, call the Heilman Center for Pain and Spine Care today to learn more or to schedule an appointment.
I'm so glad I called.
Call the Heilman Center for Pain and Spine Care. Minimally invasive solutions for long-term relief.
Feel a cold sore coming on? Only Abreva can heal it in as few as 2.5 days when used at the first sign. It penetrates deep and starts to work immediately to block the virus and protect healthy cells.
Don't tough it out. Knock it out fast.
Abreva.
Back on Eyewitness News with a live picture right here for you of I-95 at Cottman. You can see the snow is not really sticking to the roadways, but it is enough to make for a messy morning commute for you. Katie is tracking that snow for you, and Misha is checking on the roads. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Jim.
Well, it appears Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton are done playing nice with each other. The two clashed at last night's Democratic debate in New Hampshire.
What being part of the establishment is in the last quarter having a super PAC that raised $15 million from Wall Street, that throughout one's life raised a whole lot of money from the drug companies and other special interests.
And I just absolutely reject that, Senator. And I really don't think these kinds of attacks by insinuation are worthy of you. And enough is enough.
MSNBC televised the debate. The New Hampshire primary is in 4 days.
Hey folks, welcome. My name is Joe Biden, and no vice president, they tell me, has ever had a Facebook page before, and I'm ready to go.
A history-making day for Joe Biden. He's the first vice president to have a Facebook page. Biden launched the page on World Cancer Day, a cause near to his heart after his son Beau died of brain cancer last May. The vice president also posted pictures on his page. President Obama joined Facebook in November.
6:26 right now. We have some breaking news in from the Vatican. They have just announced Pope Francis will meet with his Russian counterpart 1 week from today in Cuba. This historic meeting is scheduled to happen in Havana before Francis travels on to Mexico. The pair are expected to sign a declaration during the encounter. Now, keep in mind, this is a first-of-its-kind meeting. It's seen as an effort to bridge the 1,000-year-old divide between the Christian faiths. So some big news there out of the Vatican.
Meanwhile, coming up in the next half hour of Eyewitness News, our team coverage of the snow continues. Justin.
Jim, Erica, the snow is coming down in the Philadelphia area, and crews are out to keep the roads clear for you. We have a look at that coming up.
And we have very slippery roadways on the Schuylkill and on 95, an accident in 295 southbound at Auburn, and also a jackknife tractor trailer. I'll have all the updates coming up. But first, we're going to take a quick break, so stay right where you are. The CBS 3 Eyewitness News will be right back.
What's America's best-selling brand of trucks? You're in for a big surprise, pal. Actually, you're not. It's Ford F-Series again. Same trucks that have been leading the industry for 39 straight years. Why? Game-changing innovation. It's why Ford F-Series is making every other truck brand history.
Now you can get a new Ford F-150 with up to $10,157 in total savings, only at your local Ford store.
Diamonds, the jewelry exchange, has 1-carat certifieds for $19.90, engagement rings with 1-carat certifieds for $29.90, 2-carat certified $59.90, thousands of low-price GIA diamonds plus no interest for 12 months. The Jewelry Exchange in Norristown.
Mike, you know, the board approved the EU expansion. We need a lead. You have your master's, right?
Enrolling sound like a plan?
Yes. Yes, that looks great.
On campus?
Yes.
Or online? Own your future.
You can have that tomorrow?
Yes, here it is.
Get your bachelor's or master's.
Is that straight?
Yes.
From Strayer University.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Visit strayer.edu to own your future today.
It's an important time to save big. Raymore and Flanagan's President's Day sale with VIP savings on everything. Save $225 on this contemporary sofa. Save $500 on this gorgeous bedroom set. Plus, get a free luxury comforter, blanket, and sheet set with any Tempur-Pedic mattress purchase. No interest for 60 months. Everything's marked down for the President's Day sale. Raymore and Flanagan.
Alex, you startled me.
School doesn't start for 20 minutes.
Like my dad says, early's on time is late, and late is unacceptable.
Are you going to be a Horizon Services technician like your dad when you grow up, too?
Sure I am.
Horizon Services, on-time service or it's 100% free.
Again! Again! Again!
General Mills is removing artificial flavors and colors from our cereals, so you can love cereal.
No wonder Hyundai is ranked #1 in customer loyalty. Elantra, 7-inch touchscreen nav, remote start from my phone, rear view camera.
And America's best warranty.
America's best warranty.
Drive home in the Elantra for just $119 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
From the CBS Broadcast Center in Philadelphia, this is CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Good Friday morning to you. We have our eye on the storm that was initially just dumping some rain, but now it's turning into snow across the area and just in time for your morning commute. So the roads, it doesn't seem to be sticking to the roads too much right now, but you do want to pack your patience and give yourself some extra time because it's a dusting, but could accumulate on some areas.
And it actually is on some of these untreated roadways as well. And we haven't seen a ton yet, Erica, but you know, these nuisance type storms, I feel like tend to end up being some of the worst just because, for one thing, the timing is terrible.
Oh, I know. Everyone's going to school or work.
Exactly. And then on top of it all, you think that you can brave it, and sometimes it's worse than you actually expect. So keep that in mind. In the meantime, some snow amounts currently coming into us. Aston, you've picked up an inch thus far, and we've only got just at a half or under a half an inch in Haddon Heights, Mount Holly, Brook Township, Ewing. But again, it doesn't look like much. It's going to trip you up. Please expect that. Bark, I would actually say, is a lot worse than the bite, though, when you look at Storm Scan 3. Frankly, it looks a lot worse than what is, in fact, happening. But don't let that minimize the message here, folks. Again, if you've got some steady, heavy snow coming down in those darker shades of purple like we've got on the tail end of the loop, now it's most notable across Burlington County and into Ocean County, and Monmouth County as well, you are going to find those bursts of snow reducing your visibility drastically, and especially if it's an untreated surface, it's going to stick with no problem here. So take a look at the region here, pick out your spot, and this is what you're looking at, guys. Coating to 2 inches, Lehigh Valley into the city of Philadelphia in the immediate vicinity, so we'll just call it the I-95 corridor, and then through southern Delaware and New Jersey, as well as coastal Delaware and coastal New Jersey, you're going to end up with what we'll call a heavier wet snow. I mean, it's a heavy wet snow. In other words, the consistency, not necessarily that it's going to accumulate much, but 2 to 4 inches is our general expectation the further southeast you travel, and you are going to have a winter weather advisory posted until at least 10, closer to noon, though, the closer to the coast you get. Here's a look at that visibility issue I was talking about. You know, you've really got a mixed bag here. It's not terrible as you head far inland, right? But you can barely see your hand in front of your face here out along the Garden State Parkway. So please be cautious with this and expect that you're probably going to be running into ever-changing conditions if you've got maybe a long way to go here on the roads today. It's thankfully just a morning issue as far as the actual precip falling from the sky. We're actually going to see some sunshine by the afternoon, but then you worry about the refreezing later on tonight, so it's the aftermath that we'll have to worry about. But for now, the worst is here.
Yeah, that's very true. All morning long, we've been talking about this. It's very slippery, very wet out there, and visibility is certainly playing an issue. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to your Friday. It is not the best of news, but we're dealing with it. 309 headlights moving in the northbound direction at Norristown Road. You can see all the snow that is actually still on that side pavement. You can see it's kind of not so much accumulating today, but that's probably the aftermath of what we experienced just a week or so ago. So it is still out there. It is not going to be freezing on the roadways, what we're seeing come down right now, but just make note of it that you're going to have to take it a little slower today just because of everything that we are getting on our roadways. And like I said, it is very wet indeed. Take a look at this. 95 south past Cottman, very slow, obviously not traveling at posted speeds, just a sea of taillights out, brake lights out there. Schuylkill eastbound at City Avenue, kind of the same thing. We're seeing it in the eastbound direction and on the westbound side. And then we have an accident, 295 southbound at Auburn. The left lane is blocked. This is where a vehicle spun out, letting you know that it is slippery out there indeed. And also a jackknife tractor trailer, 295 northbound past Mount Holly. That left lane is still blocked with that. And then there are speed restrictions in place. So take a look at this. New Jersey Turnpike and the Garden State Parkway, you're down to 45, 495 in Delaware at 55. The bridges are down to 35 miles per hour. Jim, back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Misha. The Philadelphia region is waking up to all of this snow.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like a couple weeks ago, though. We're not expecting 22 inches here. This is really more of a nuisance, like Katie's been telling us. Eyewitness News reporter Jan Carabeo joins us now in the Mobile Weather Lab in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Jan, how's it looking out in Mount Laurel?
Erica and Jim, good morning. I think it is safe to say that the early bird got the worm this morning as far as road conditions and timing goes. We're coming to you live this morning from Route 38 West in Mount Laurel, where you can see these fat, heavy, wet snowflakes coming down with our headlights there. It's a little bit hard to see what's actually on the road, but there is actually quite a bit of accumulation right now. As we come into a better lit area, you can see the white on the pavement, on the sides, a lot of slush, and some areas are looking worse than this. We just came from Mount Holly, where there was even more accumulation on the roads and on the main roads. So you want to keep that in mind. You'll have varying conditions depending on where you're located throughout the Delaware Valley this morning. And this is really different from what we were seeing earlier this morning. We made our way from Philadelphia all the way through South Jersey at different points. And early this morning, we were seeing the same type of snow, a little bit lighter at times, but the same type, and it really wasn't sticking to the pavement. Now we're a little bit later in the morning, a little bit colder, and you are starting to see this accumulation. I had my photographer and my driver, Jim, do a little brake check earlier for me. We did experience a little bit of slipping when we're going around turns. We had a little slipping there as well. So just keep that in mind as you head out the door. Just leave extra early and go a little bit slower. Back into you in the studio.
Great. Thanks very much, Jim.
Our live team coverage continues now with Eyewitness News reporter Justin Finch.
He's at the PennDOT Salt Yard in South Philadelphia. Crews have been busy all morning long. Justin, what's that looking like there?
Jim, Erica, good morning. Crews have been working all morning and, of course, overnight, getting ready for the big AM rush that is getting underway at this hour. Take a look behind me here. The trucks are here, ready to go. Those mountains of salt there are there for the taking. The tractors there to load them as needed. We do have a look at some video of those efforts from earlier. I spoke to Peter Cerati. He's the assistant county manager of Philadelphia County for PennDOT. He tells me that crews at this hour are working on spot treatment. Majorly, the overpasses, the bridges, and other areas prone to freezing early. Then they move on to the rest of the roadways as many of us begin to get out on the roads ourselves. He is urging all drivers out there this morning to keep their distance from these trucks as they work to get a gain on this day. Here is more of what Mr. Cerati had to say. Take a listen. A strong start today helps you guys out for the rest of your morning and day.
Yes, it does.
And how so?
We get a jump on right before rush hour. We'll go out because as soon as rush hour comes, we get stuck in traffic. We can't do nothing.
And back out live, you're seeing activity pick up here on Swanson Street, right here outside the Salt Yards here. As you heard Mr. Cerati say, the big concern here is the rush hour traffic as well as falling temperatures. You know, as it gets colder out here, the concern becomes, will the ground get colder, thus making that accumulation stick? So far, that has not been the case. As you can see here, the snowfall here has picked up quite a bit, changing into more of a fluffier snowfall here. No more of that rain that we saw earlier. Also, too, we are seeing traffic pick up on 95, so this could be more of a complicated dance for crews as they get ready for the snowfall this morning. Again, don't forget to be safe out there. We are live here in South Philly. I'm Justin Finch, CBS 3 Eyewitness News. Erica, Jim?
Thank you, Justin, for that update.
And we do want to see those snow pictures, too. Got some great ones I see on Twitter. You can post those snow pictures on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just use the hashtag CBS3Snow so we can find them, and we may use them right here on Eyewitness News.
Meanwhile, coming up, Misha's taking us on another dream drive this morning. This time, she's headed to Princeton.
Also, we're getting you ready for Super Bowl 50.
Super Bowl halftime shows are known for their pop culture moments. I'm Jamie Yuccas in San Francisco with how Coldplay is preparing.
And I'm Pat Gallen live from Wing Bowl 24. The mayhem is well underway. The contestants are filing in. Someone is going to eat a cactus. And I talked to Bernie Perrant. That's all coming up.
All we need is just a little patience.
So pack your patience on your morning commute. Eyewitness News continues. Stay with us.
Come together fine. All we need is just a little patience.
Just into the news. Philadelphia, we hear you. There's more real news every morning on CBS This Morning. Coming up next, right after Eyewitness News this morning on CBS 3.
Philly people, we're not just curious. We question everything.
Why don't people talk in elevators?
So why are soft pretzels a Philly thing?
That's a good question. A new question asked and answered every night.
What's with New Jersey jug handles? Do they really help traffic?
Good question. Good question.
I want to know.
I want to know.
I want to know. Now that's a good question.
Watch Good Question with Philly's own Nicole Brewer tonight at 11, only on Eyewitness News.
Sometimes it's first tracks on fresh powder. Sometimes it's finding a secret surf spot or an undiscovered trail off a dirt road. Then again, sometimes happiness is having the road all to yourself. Introducing the all-wheel drive Mazda CX-3.
Welcome aboard my starship. Ahoy, mateys. It's full of things I love. Like me brave crew. And my fellow space adventurers. And 3 of things I don't, like aliens. Just like eye patches. And when it's time to refuel, I eat Chex cereal. It's full of stuff we pirates need. And artificial flavors. And it's gluten-free. Excelsior! Get up, me hearties! Keep it down! I'm exploring the galaxy. Arr! That's not even a real spaceship.
Flowers by my bed.
Pandora jewelry isn't just jewelry.
This morning you're in my head.
It's I love you in silver and gold. A feeling she'll hold close each and every day. Create expressions of love this Valentine's Day with Pandora. Visit the King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, and Quaker Bridge Mall Pandora stores and discover a gift for every woman you love.
2015, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and the iconic Jeep brand sold more cars than ever. So what are we going to do in 16? I'm going to sell more cars. Email me at david@drivedavid.com or go to drivedavid.com. Pick the car you want and hit Get David's Price. And whether your credit's A or Z, I'm going to get you the best terms available. I'm going to get you approved. And it's only at David Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram, Route 202 in Glen Mills. Hey, if you want high prices and a bad experience, I'm not your guy.
Well, back on Eyewitness News with a live picture of Center City. The streets are wet.
Oh yeah, definitely a messy morning for the roads and the storm. We're hoping it should be out of here by lunchtime. So when you're driving home, starting your weekend, Katie, hopefully a different story.
Absolutely. I feel like this really is a tale of two forecasts today because we're starting off with this nonsense that's going on outside. And then later today, you're actually going to see some sunshine. Granted, aftermath issues come into play there because you're going to end up maybe with some refreezing and whatnot. But we're going to talk about that. Let's start it off with a quick check in the Eyewitness Weather Watcher Network, where we are generally finding temperatures very marginal with the freezing mark. So we'll start, just take you on out, I think, here to a temperature map. That's going to be a good gauge for what you're finding. Sue is in Richboro at 34 degrees. We've got Bill in Cardington at 33 as well, right at the freezing mark from both Cary and Lou in Eagleville. And I'm noticing a lot more watchers out there this morning. I think they get just as jazzed tracking the snow as we do here at CBS 3. David is in Clementon at 33, and the list goes on. John in Philly, 34, and out in Acklen, where you've already got an inch of snow on the ground at 33. So the snow is coming down, obviously. I do want to show you what's happening on Storm Scan very quickly. And at this point, everybody is close enough to the freezing mark or just under it where you're going to be finding just snow for the most part, okay? So the back edge, thankfully, is already visible back here. We're going to continue to see this sort of fizzle away with time. And by the time we hit, say, 10 a.m. or so, this is pretty much wrapping up for us in Philadelphia. But certainly the heaviest bands of snow and the longest window of time to accumulate snow goes to New Jersey, southeast most Delaware. So here's what you can expect in a general sense. From now through 10 a.m., the heavy wet snow, when we say heavy, we're talking its consistency, not how much it's going to accumulate. It's only a coating to 2 inches around the city of that wet snow. 10 to noon, though, it's all tapering. It's a quick hitter. It's going to be gone as we get into the afternoon. So as skies clear, you're going to see some sunshine. The wind, however, is also going to be with you. But like I said, we're talking a solid coating to an inch or two, primarily on unpaved surfaces. But if it's an untreated road especially, you are already finding it actually sticking to those roads. So slush is an issue. And then we start to see things cool down through the overnight. You're talking 30 degrees. That's where the ice could come into play. But a nice Super Bowl weekend, all things considered. And then Monday night leading into Tuesday, the potential for some more snow. But at least at first glance, Misha, this next round of snow doesn't appear as though it's going to be much more than modest accumulation.
I don't know about you, Katie, but sometimes I just feel sick of the snow. You know what I mean? Like I'm just kind of over it. That's kind of how I feel.
Everybody is cheering at their screen right now.
I know they are. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. So speaking of snow, this is where we have an accident. Slippery conditions out there indeed with wet roadways. We always do. This is an accident in Norristown, Markley Street northbound at Johnson Highway. It is blocking that center lane. So not so much that it's so busy around here, but whenever we have a stop like this and flashing lights and people are trying to put on their brakes, it can always cause something else to follow. So just be careful in that area. This is a look at 95 South past Cottman. Take a look at this. You are driving very slow and it is just a flood of vehicles on our interstates and highways right now. The good news about that is everyone's trying to leave their homes early, and at least I hope you are, otherwise you're going to be stuck in this and you probably will be late. The Ben Franklin Bridge, for those of you coming from Jersey heading westbound, looking good here, but this is kind of giving you that bird's eye view of that hazy view of what you're driving through. This is going to be a visibility issue this morning. We've been talking about it all morning long. And also an accident 295 southbound at Auburn. That left lane is blocked. A vehicle spun out in this area, so it is slippery out there. Jim, over to you.
Thanks, Misha. I'll take this over 2 feet of snow.
Oh, absolutely. Any day.
Exactly. Well, the Super Bowl halftime show is always one of the biggest pop culture events of the year.
And Coldplay is this year's headline act. Can't wait for that. CBS News correspondent Jamie Yuccas joins us now live from San Francisco. And I understand that you were at Coldplay's news conference ahead of the big show. Oh my gosh. Tell us about it, Jamie.
It was such a blast, I have to tell you. Maybe the highlight of my week because of what happened at the end of the press conference. You'll see that in just a minute. But did you know that the artists play for free? And that's because the audience is so big during the halftime show. Almost 120 million people watched last year. That was more than the game. And Coldplay says they're ready.
The British band Coldplay was confident and funny at their Super Bowl 50 halftime news conference.
We don't do press conferences that often, so please forgive us if we aren't that good.
Frontman Chris Martin has been practicing this week. This is Carpool Karaoke on the Late Late Show with James Corden. Be my mirror, my soul, my shield. Corden's dad showed off his saxophone skills Thursday and asked to join the band on stage at the game. At the NFL shop, we caught up with fans who are very excited about the entertainment.
I think a lot of people don't even watch the game so much. It's about the commercials and the halftime show.
The band said Beyonce will perform, but would not confirm any other surprise guests. Lady Gaga will sing the national anthem.
What do you think she's going to wear?
Who knows? She is always just a surprise of what she's going to wear.
And while everyone knows Coldplay's music, no one seems to know the other band members.
What do you know about John, Will, and Guy?
I don't know who those are.
Okay, Guy, Will, and John, how much does it drive you crazy that Chris gets all the attention? And along those lines, Chris, could I have a hug?
A little stunned, but not shy, Martin did in fact give this very excited reporter a hug as he walked out.
Oh, highlight of my week so far, you guys. Now, I didn't know this. It's just 8 minutes of setup time to get the stages set, 12 to 15 minutes for the concert itself, and then they have to tear down in 7 minutes to get back to the game. Erica and Jim.
Well, okay, I hope you're just framing that shirt you wore when Chris Martin hugged you. What a great moment.
Good stuff.
It was so much fun. And he smells great, by the way, Erica.
Oh, good to know. We can talk more about that in the break.
Oh, the things you learn on morning television. Thanks very
Jamie,
much.
thank you so much. Can't wait for that show.
Now, earlier this week, you saw Chris get in the car with the Late Late Show host James Corden for some carpool karaoke.
Well worth looking that up, all 15 minutes. Now, Corden's taking another special guest for a ride after the Super Bowl.
Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see.
Can you even imagine being in that car with Elton John?
Oh, that's great.
Wow, a sneak peek of the carpool karaoke. You have to wait, though, until after the Super Bowl on Sunday night to see the rest of it. Wow, best guess so far, I bet. Now, you don't want to miss that special edition of The Late Late Show with James Corden after Eyewitness News Sunday night. And don't forget, CBS 3, of course, is your home for Super Bowl 50.
Now, from the Super Bowl to the Wing Bowl, we've got everything covered.
Absolutely. Our sports reporter Pat Gallen joins us now at the Wells Fargo Center for that wing eating contest. It is a tradition right before the Super Bowl for 24 years now. Pat.
Hi, Rick and Jim. It's mayhem underway here at Wing Bowl 24. The contestants are filing in. We're a little over an hour away from the actual wing eating contest, but the crowd is already starting to file in, so people are getting rowdy. As you can imagine, that's what Wing Bowl is. I got a chance to talk with a legend, Philadelphia Flyers goaltender Bernie Parent, and you be the judge of this. I'm pretty sure that he hit on me. Take a listen. The ladies, man, obviously, and there's plenty of ladies around here. Yeah, there will be.
I don't have a chance with you. You know, you look like a movie star, for God's sakes.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Bernie. I appreciate that. Well, hey, have yourself a good time, all right? Try not to have too much fun.
All right, take care. Thanks.
Back live here with Mark Farzetta from 94 WIP, part of the midday show. Mark, this is just, I don't know, how else do I put it? It's wild, it's crazy, it's mayhem.
It's everything Philadelphia loves in under one roof. It's amazing. We got, like you just said, sports legends. We have beautiful women. We have fat guys getting fatter. It's amazing. It's everything we love.
What's the best part of it for you?
When it's over. The best part of it for me is when I can just chill out and I don't have to worry about people showing up somewhere at 4 o'clock in the morning anymore. I can just relax, enjoy the success of the event, which is so far today pretty good.
How about the best part of the actual event then?
I would say doing the wingette competition. We get the 10 most beautiful girls here, the 10 most beautiful wingettes, put them on stage, have them dance around a little bit, and then we crown the wingette of the year.
Who wins the actual contest? Do you have a champion in your mind?
I really like the guy that, you know, if you're going to be the man, you got to beat the man, Patrick Bertoletti right now.
He's the guy to beat. 444 last year.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
And if he goes 500, what's he get?
If he gets 500, he gets a car from Colonial Hyundai. They do a great job with the big prize. These guys are amazing.
All you've got to do is eat 500 wings and you win a car. That's what happens here at Wing Bowl 24. Jim and Erica, back over to you.
Does it come with a defibrillator, though? That's what I want to know. When you eat all those wings. Wow. All right, Pat Gallen for us. Thanks so much. Well, hey, if you don't have to drive anywhere this morning, really the roads are kind of a mess, so if you can, just avoid it.
However, this would be a perfect weekend for a dream drive.
Yes, it would, but not on Sunday because that is reserved for the Super Bowl, right? Okay, well, in this week's edition of Dream Drives, I got a tour of a very famous college town. Take a look at this.
This time, I headed north to take in the charming sights of Princeton.
Coming from the Midwest, I've only read about it and seen it in movies. I had to check out the iconic and very prestigious Princeton University campus.
I'm Mimi Omosinski. Nice to meet you. I run Princeton Tour Company. It is amazing architecture, beautiful shopping in Princeton. We do trolley tours, bus tours, walking tours, ghost tours. Princeton is haunted. Don't kid yourself.
Oh, I believe you. This is it. This is what people talk about.
I know. I love it every time I see it. It's amazing. This is Blair Arch, and it was given by Mr. Blair, who at one point owned every railroad in America.
And you turn around, and it just reminds you of Hollywood.
Can you imagine? Well, it doesn't. This was actually where Beautiful Mind was filmed. Russell Crowe. Remember when he threw the desk out of the window? That was all filmed right here.
Wow.
We have scavenger hunts as well.
So how does this work?
So basically, these are navigational devices like you use in your car. What we do is we pre-program inside of here the longitude and latitude of where we're going to be hiding distinctive things all over campus. You'll use this to navigate your way to the clue.
If you're a tourist like me, you have to check out Nassau Street, where the whole entire street is just lined with these really cute shops.
Everyone told me Small World Coffee is a big deal, so I met up with co-owner Jessica Dury.
The door doesn't stop opening. People keep filtering in. So what do you think it is that makes people come here time and time again?
I think people come here because there's a nice feeling in here. It's authentic, and it really has become a community center.
One specialty, their Mexican hot chocolate, which includes cayenne pepper.
I'm from a cold state. I've tried every hot chocolate out there. Let's try this. One of the best.
Now let's cool down. At the Bent Spoon Ice Cream Shop and Bakery, Russell Cavallero is here to serve.
I love that you called yourself a spoonie.
Yeah, super spoonie.
Oh, I want to be a super spoonie.
The flavors range from the traditional, like chocolate, to the untraditional, like New Jersey ricotta.
Yeah, it's super creamy, super flavorful.
It's almost like whipped cream. Pistachio.
Pistachio?
Okay.
Sure.
I can't stop. I can't stop. Now turn that off so I can eat more, would you please?
Oh, it's good.
Oh,
great,
it
yummy.
was so great. And I can't even tell you, Princeton, I can totally see why movies, it's like Hollywood platform right there.
That
It
campus, though, you
literally-
need a map. I mean,
No,
'cause
you
can
do.
get lost. I've gotten lost a few times. I go up there every once in a while.
And I have to give a shout out to my tour guide. She was the best and so excited to show us around. Very proud of the campus. And of course, all the eats there. Coffee,
Well,
ice
Katie
cream.
and I are disappointed there's no party favors for us to try.
I ate
some.
it all.
Thanks, Mish. We'll be right back.
What's America's best-selling brand of trucks? You're in for a big surprise, pal. Actually, you're not. It's Ford F-Series again. Same trucks that have been leading the industry for 39 straight years. Why? Game-changing innovation. It's why Ford F-Series is making every other truck brand history.
Now you can get a new Ford F-150 with up to $10,157 in total savings, only at your local Ford store.
I do everything on the internet, but it's kind of slow. My friend said I should get Fios because it's the fastest. I just downloaded 600 photos in 60 seconds. That's seriously better.
We're at 2%.
I wonder what else could be better around here.
I heard that.
Switching to better internet is now easier than ever. Only Fios has the fastest internet available, with uploads up to 5 times faster than cable. Get 100 meg upload and download speeds, plus TV and phone for just $69.99 a month online with no annual contract. Switch to better. Switch to Fios.
When your cold makes you wish you could stay in bed all day, you need the power of new TheraFlu Express Max. New TheraFlu Express Max, the power to feel better.
What gets you out of bed? Is it just a routine, or is it something greater? Somewhere inside each of us is a calling. But it can't be bought, borrowed, or given to you. Your calling is unlike any other, and it has to be discovered. Liberty University, right now. Discover your calling at liberty.edu.
What do snowplow drivers use to protect the inside of their vehicles? WeatherTech floor liners. The same thing that millions of drivers all across the country use every single day. WeatherTech floor liners are laser measured for a perfect fit. Simply go to WeatherTech.com and order your ultimate vehicle protection or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech, complete protection, completely American made.
My Bobopedic Gel 9-inch queen mattress set. Pure, pressure-relieving memory foam luxury for only $5.99.
Well, how about your Bobopedic Hybrid 9-inch queen mattress set? Memory foam with a touch of that inner spring feel. Also only $5.99.
Both with cooling gel for extra comfort.
And rest assured, because both come with a 15-year warranty.
Only at My Bob's Discount Furniture. Can I try yours?
Nah, I'm good.
Here in Vineland, home of Progresso, we love all kinds of chicken soups, but just one kind of chicken. White breast meat chicken every time. So if you're not going to make your own chicken soup tonight, do what we do. Make it Progresso.
Look at this sweet face. So sweet. Okay, we're gonna need a napkin. Gooey, flaky, happy toaster strudel.
Exciting water sports, amazing food, spectacular Pocono mountain views, plenty of time to reconnect. Get a room. Stay in a Champagne Tower suite for 40% off. CoveHavenResorts.com.
Back on Eyewitness News with a live picture from the PennDOT Salt Yard in South Philadelphia. The crews are out and about clearing the roads, but they are wet.
Yeah, on the Jersey side, snow covering some of those roads. When I check in with Jan in the Mobile Weather Lab, and I believe you're in Cherry Hill, Jan.
Erica and Jim, good morning. That's right. We're on 38 West in Cherry Hill right now. I want to get you right out to a live look. This is actually looking much better than, say, Mount Laurel and Mount Holly. Those areas were covered with snow, even the main road. The closer we get to Philadelphia this morning, the better conditions we're seeing, and that really is what Katie's been saying all morning long. You can see here on 38 West, the blacktop, there is that sheen, that gloss, of course, that's moisture. So you just want to take it very carefully. You're seeing different conditions when you head out the door, no matter where you're located in the Delaware Valley. Back into you.
All right, Jan, thank you. Katie, one last check.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got ever-changing conditions. So I want to show you our snow map one more time. It's modest accumulation, but having a heck of an impact on the commute. Coating to 2 inches at max for the I-95 corridor and vicinity, upwards of 4 inches though the closer to the coast you get, Misha.
Oh, and we are slow for a Friday, Katie. Thank you for that. 12 on the Schuylkill east and westbound, 1495 moving in the southbound direction, 33 on the Vine.
Misha, thank you. Next on CBS This Morning, an interview with presidential candidate Jeb Bush and his mother, former First Lady Barbara Bush.
Meanwhile, make it a great day. Stay safe out there.